So we've got the shoulders coiling and the hands releasing. We've got the mass of the body working through the shoulder turn, and we weren't using any hand action in the last section, but in this one we're going to start. So when we play tennis, we pick up a racket, it could be a table tennis bat as well, and we go out and very quickly we learn to play tennis. And it's not long before you learn there are two types of spin. There's back spin and there's top spin. Of course there are flat shots and drop shots and lobs, of course, but essentially you can manipulate the racket for backspin and for topspin. And when we come on to the next stage of the golf swing, the forearm rotation is the thing that controls the tennis racket's angle or the face of the club. So, Lee Trevino only had one club as a youngster, and as did Seve Ballesteros. Trevino grew up in Texas and Seve in northern Spain at Santander, and I think they both had a 5-iron each, and they learned to play all the shots. So when you hit a golf shot and the ball takes off, you can immediately start to manipulate the face to control where the ball spins. Now there's more than one way of skinning a cat, or there's more than one way of spinning a ball. We can spin a ball by turning the face to the swing path, or we can change the swing path across the face. One is called a face fade or face draw, and the other is called a path fade or a path draw. Now that sounds complicated. Don't worry about it for now. Let's just go with the basic one. We're going to manipulate the face of the club to impart topspin or backspin. In other words, we're going to control the angle of the face to draw the ball from right to left or left to right. So, we've just worked on the golf swing. I'll do you a 2/3 swing from the shoulder turn only. Here's the shoulder turn, coil and release. Hit it quite nicely. So now I'm going to let the swing extend by allowing the forearms to rotate very mildly in the backswing. So as I go back with the shoulder, I'm going to allow the forearms to rotate. And what you'll find is they potentially could rotate 90. But if we do the 2/3 golf swing, then there's only half a forearm rotation at about this point and then through. So don't use the whole forearm rotation just yet. Let's just let the swing increase. So here we go. A little bit of forearm rotation now, just a hint. You can see the ball goes higher and a bit further because I'm increasing the length of the swing. Now, the ball flight laws are not mirror images of each other. People think that slice spin and draw spin are just opposites. They're not. We're predisposed to draw spin because we're this side of the golf ball. Okay, with the club is coming from in to out, generally, off a square stance. So, as I'm showing you, I'm hitting neutral draw already. If I want more draw spin, let's suppose I've got a tree in the way, and I want to go right of it, I walk round the circle. In other words, I aim right at the tree. I let the face go with me. So now, this is going to get the forearms working more quickly. I'm going to give you a 3/4 backswing, but I'm really going to use my hand action as freely as I dare. Okay. And you see the ball curving in flight. Now to be candid, I didn't quite nail that, so it didn't come all the way back to the target. Let's have another go. So now I'm going to start the ball to the right of the target, 3/4 turn, and draw the ball. You can see the ball turning. Now again, we're not machines. We do hit the ball sometimes sweetly, sometimes not. So that was about an 8 out of 10 strike for me, and that's where the ball just hung out on the right-hand side. So I'll just do one more for you. Round the circle, turn and draw. I know from the strike that it was going to come back because I hit it pure. So whatever shot you're hitting, it does help to catch the middle of the club and to time the shot. So that's me controlling the forearms in a very creative way, in a very brave way, releasing. So now I'm going to fade the ball. Just imagine Lee Trevino doing this down in El Paso, Texas. Trevino played most of his shots with a hint of fade spin, made him the most accurate golfer I think, in the same league as Hogan. Absolutely incredible control of the golf ball. So here we go. Round the circle to my right. The face and everything in there pointing at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. And I delay the forearms as I hit the shot. And again, you can see the ball curving from left to right. Because this is a 6-iron quite lofted, it's not going to move as much from left to right. If I wanted more spin than that, I'd have to then go for a 4-iron or something with less loft. But you see the point. Normal stance, round the circle, face pointing left, and now I'm going to go slightly out to in and delay the rotation of the forearms. Okay. There you are, you can see the ball moving from left to right. So, working the ball from right to left and left to right is how we learn to utilise the forearms properly. Big word of warning, whatever shot you're trying to hit with the forearms, make sure that the shoulder is still the base of the swing. The shoulder turn is the cake, the forearm rotation is the icing on that cake. What we don't want to happen is that you're forearms only. Okay? The golf swing is shoulders first, then you control the forearms according to what you need from the shot. So just be careful, when we major on forearm rotation, we mustn't neglect the shoulder turn. You can hit great shots with shoulder turn only, you can't hit great shots with forearm only.